Hi there, I'm Natalie Morales, and this is The Uplift, and we have a great show for you and a great cast of characters. A heroic yet humble cowboy who teaches us a lesson in being modest. A couple who brewed up an idea to help teens in foster care. And a man who's become a pillar in his community, all because of his positive mindset and cheerful personality. Plus, David Begnaud was given a plane ticket to a surprise city and a mission to find a story. So where did he go and what did he discover? Find out coming up. You are watching The Uplift. This is The Uplift, the show that lifts you up for at least the next 30 minutes. And we begin with a lesson in modesty from Steve Hartman, who met a cowboy who stayed humble after a heroic act.
Good morning. This is Meryl. And this is our great, nobody can do it better than us, lesson on
modesty. And I think you failed already.
You're probably right. Maybe I need a definition from Emmett.
Modesty is not being overly proud or boastful about yourself.
Good. And why do we need that? Why can't I just go around telling everybody how ripped and handsome I am?
Well, because you're not.
Any other reason?
It would kind of seem like you're self-absorbed and you think you're the greatest and...
You're right. I think we could all stand to be a little more modest, which is why I pulled this story from our archive. It's about a hero who has become my role model for modesty. Robert Borba is one of the last of a kind. A real, honest-to-goodness, cow-roping cowboy.
Hash out.
Robert works at a ranch outside Eagle Point, Oregon. But we didn't come here to see his prowess in the cow corrals. We came here because of what he did amongst the cart corrals of this Walmart parking lot.
It happened so fast.
Robert says he had just moseyed over to the Walmart for some dog food. And on the way out, he heard a woman screaming.
Stop him, he stole my bike, And I kind of look around, and then all of a sudden this guy goes whizzing by me on a bicycle.
As the security cameras show, there was no way to catch him on foot. So the cowboy did what cowboys do. He saddled up to save the day, armed with little more than a lasso.
A couple swings and then I threw it at him, just like I would steer.
He had to be blown away, like, what is going on?
And he's like, what are you doing, man? You got a badge? And I'm like, no, I ain't got a badge,
A lot of people were incredulous.
911, what's the address of the emergency?
We got a guy just stole a bike here at Walmart. I got him roped and tied to the street.
What?
I got him roped from a horse. He's tied to the street.
The cavalry arrived moments later, led by Eagle Point police officer Chris Adams.
I looked up, and from the horse, there was a rope connected to the ankle of a gentleman on the ground holding onto a tree.
John Wayne couldn't have done it any better. What made you decide to take action in the first place?
I don't know. I just figured it was the right thing to do, If it was my wife or my little girl, I would hope somebody would help her if I wasn't around.
Heroes, like cowboys, are getting harder to find, especially modest ones like Robert, who want absolutely nothing in return. When it was over, police say all he asked for was his rope back, coiled it up, tipped his hat, and then rode off into the yellow logo sunset. Robert Borba joins us now. Hello, Robert.
Hello, Steve. How are you today?
We're great. Now, one thing you guys need to know about interviewing a modest person about modesty is that the answers lie in what they don't say. For example, how amazing are you for stopping that bike thief?
I don't know if amazing's the right word.
See? That's it. Do you want to try it?
What's it like being a hero?
I don't really think of myself as a hero.
See, this is what modesty is. After your citizen's arrest, did you notify the newspaper?
No, I didn't.
Did you post it on social media?
No, I didn't.
Why not do those things?
Yeah, I don't really talk about it, but
But if we don't tell the world how wonderful we are, how are people going to know?
Well, I think they can just figure it out on their own. They don't need you to tell them,
It's interesting. You've struggled to answer every question, but you've given us everything we need.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining us.
You betcha. You guys have a good day. Bye now.
If kindness is our goal here, and I think that it is, that means putting others first. And if you're bragging on yourself all the time, you're not really doing that. And besides, if you have to tell people how ripped and handsome you are, chances are you're neither. We'll see you next time.
Until then, stay kind.
From our most humble reporter, Steve Hartman, always appreciate the good advice. Coming up, Chris Van Cleve introduces us to a couple using a small business to help teens in foster care. Plus, David Begnaud goes to a surprise city, this one rich with history, culture, and people who have plenty of stories to tell.
My husband has Alzheimer's, so
he does.
Yes, so it's nice to travel with the kids and grandkids.
There's more to just work, sleep, repeat. There's more to life than that.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
And you married the guy.
I married him, and he's the greatest man ever. Now he's gone in the army.
Chris Van Cleve introduces us to a couple that fostered 20 children, and now they're helping countless other kids in foster care with a coffee shop.
So will that be all for you guys today?
Barista and high school senior Trinity is brewing up a lot more than just fancy Java at Hanai Coffee and Cocktails. She's building a future.
I learned how to do interviews, time management for people, taking orders, so like communication, like customer service, and I feel like that's really helping
her learn key job skills, an opportunity that can be elusive for foster children like 17-year-old Trinity as they enter the workforce for the first time.
It definitely helps us kids out. Like when I first found out I was being asked if I wanted to do this program, I was definitely excited to do it because I love working.
There are more than 391,000 kids in the foster system nationally, about 10,000 in Arizona. Roughly 65% graduate high school compared to a national graduation rate of 84%.
We support them, we love them, and we give them second chances, and they have exceeded our expectations every step of the way.
Ryan Centers and his wife Sarah have 11 children. 9 are adopted. They've fostered 20 kids over the last 13 years. So when they opened Hanai, they saw another opportunity to help.
It is vital for states and communities to have programs like this for foster kids because these kids don't have a support system. They don't have a safety net.
They began a 4-week program aimed at introducing kids 15 years and older to workplace skills. They work part-time at the cafe, learning everything from what to wear to how to deal with difficult customers.
It's the best thing that we've ever done. Watching kids like Trinity be able to have confidence and smile and learn the skills that she needed has been priceless.
1 in 4 kids in the foster system will become homeless within 4 years of aging out of the system. Trinity is just days away from her 18th birthday and being on her own.
Here you go.
She loves the job so much, she hopes to go full-time after graduation.
We are regular people. We get a lot of pity, but it doesn't really help us out. It just makes it worse.
Over the last 2 years, they've had about 30 kids go through the work program, 5 at a time. So far, around half, 15, have gone on to full-time employment here at the coffee shop.
These kids are our future.
General Manager Savannah Kakurba is Trinity's boss.
They grow into a lot stronger, more confident employee, and just give them something to look forward to, some place to come and let all the worries of their life just go behind them.
What's that like to be part of?
Oh, it's pretty rewarding.
People think, oh, we're helping them, but honestly, no, they're helping us. They're helping us teach us to be more generous, to be more loving. They make us laugh. These are our kids, these are our Hanai, and this is what we're put on this earth to do.
Hanai is Hawaiian for adopted family.
Nobody gets left behind.
But really, this is a place aiming to make everyone feel at home and ready to take on the world.
Have a nice day.
I'm Chris Van Cleve in Phoenix.
Gotta love that, Hanai. All right, well, coming up, have you ever met someone who made an impact on your life just because of their kindness and positivity? One man in Canton, Michigan has become a pillar of the community for doing just that. Todd Harris has become a pillar in his Michigan community by applying a simple practice, spreading positivity. Here's CBS News Detroit's Alicia Bergio.
He is the friendly face you see when checking out at the grocery store. Meet Todd Harris. An all-around great guy with an even bigger impact.
Yay! How are you, sweetie pie? Hi, I love you.
He's been a pillar of the community for quite some time, and it's been really, really nice to see people coming back and just to see him.
25 years ago, Todd took on the role of courtesy clerk at Kroger off North Canton Center Road.
He comes in, he works hard, he tries to do everything he can to smile, say hi to the customers.
There's a lot of people who look for Todd, and if something happens, he's not here, he's on vacation, or maybe just he might be on break or on carts, they'll ask if Todd's here.
Customers like Dan Baxter,
That's my Todd.
a former manager, now retired, who still looks forward to his weekly grocery store runs, primarily to chat with his longtime friend.
I've never seen him sad. A big smile on his face when he sees people he knows. He just wants to come in, have a great day, and it's not just a job to him. I mean, he really takes pride in what he does, and he enjoys coming to work every day.
When Todd isn't at the front registers, having a blast with his coworkers, he's typically on cart patrol, mingling with more customers whose life is brighter because of their pal, Todd.
How's my buddy? Are you good today?
Yeah.
His personal connection with the customers makes a huge difference because it's not just a work relationship. He has a lot of personal connections with customers. He's a lovable guy.
A passionate employee with the skill of making people smile.
I love him so much.
In Canton, Alicia Bergio, CBS News Detroit.
Putting a lot of smiles on people's faces there. All right, well, coming up, David Begnaud heads to another surprise city, the 7th most populated one in the United States. Do you know where it is? Find out coming up. Our David Begnaud was given a plane ticket to a surprise city and a mission to find a story in 48 hours. And what he found were actually 3 strangers, each with an important story to tell.
Oh, San Antonio. Okay. You know, I've never been to the Alamo.
And with that, I took off with 48 hours to find a story. I was excited to visit the 7th most populated city in the United States.
What's your name?
Known for its rich history, Tex-Mex cuisine, and scenic riverwalk.
Welcome to San Antonio, y'all.
And lo and behold, our crew had the Alamo as my first stop. It is the most visited location in Texas that welcomes 1.6 million tourists every year.
Where are we going?
Hey, David. I'm Colby Lanham.
Nice to meet you,
nice
Colby.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to Texas and welcome to the Alamo.
It's our first stop. It's my first time.
No way.
Never
really?
been. Always wanted to come.
Well, great.
He taught me all about the battle that led to Texas becoming its own nation before it joined the United States in 1845 as the 28th state.
That old adage, if walls could talk, this is a perfect building for that.
Yeah.
We even have David Crockett's rifle right here.
His actual rifle.
He owned this and used this during his lifetime.
I'll be darned.
Listen, any trip to Texas isn't complete without a cowboy hat, right?
There you go. Like a glove. But just remember, it's not the hat, it's the cowboy.
Strutting in style, minus the shoes. It was time to get some lunch. So I popped into Mi Tierra Cafe, which was founded in 1941 by Cruz Cortez, an immigrant from Guadalajara. His great-grandson, William Cortez, joined me for lunch.
So this plate has been on the menu now for probably 30
20-30 years.
Wow.
You know, and our guys in the back that prep all the food every day, they have a combined, 150 years experience together.
I mean, that's amazing. So I savored that food and the sounds of the mariachi band. And then we were off to the Riverwalk to see who we might meet next.
I thought I recognized you.
Thank you. What's your name?
Sharon.
Sharon, nice to meet you. People come here from all over the country. And I thought to myself, what if we try something different, something new this time? So the next morning we headed to Pearl Park, where I sat down with a sign that said, I'm looking for a story. Because I wanted to see what would happen if I just waited. Who would I meet?
I'm a little nervous, but I'm really excited.
I knew that was you.
You know it was me.
I did.
What's your name?
Denise.
Hello, Denise.
Hi, David.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Are you from here?
I am not.
Where are you from?
Minnesota.
Are you vacationing?
We are.
How do you like it?
It's nice. It's not
Have
our
a seat,
first
have a
time.
seat, have a seat, have a seat.
It's not our first time.
Oh, so you've been before?
We have, but our grandchildren haven't.
Oh, so you're with them?
We are.
Oh, I love that. And do y'all family vacation a lot?
We do, yeah. My husband has Alzheimer's, so...
He does?
Yes, so it's nice to travel with the kids and grandkids.
How is he doing?
He's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
He's confused.
Yeah.
But probably no more than at home.
Yeah. And do you find that keeping up as much of normal life as you can is better for him?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So he's a little more confused, but he's with the grandchildren, and they just...
That's the comfort zone.
It is.
Right,
We went to a doctor, and we talked about meds, and he said, I cannot prescribe for you a medication that will do any more for him than being with the family.
Being with y'all.
Isn't that cool?
Isn't that heartwarming?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that
and
heartwarming?
it's true.
Yeah.
It is true, because he lights up.
And there it was, a conversation with a total stranger that led to memorable moments for both of us. Then Bethany and her mother-in-law, Lorena, came along.
So is it like a human interest piece you're looking
Yeah.
for? I don't know. What do you want to know?
Well, first of all, who are you?
I'm a business owner.
Okay.
I'm in a business with my husband here in San Antonio.
Okay.
So we do a lot of virtual homeschooling for kids, and it's been a big thing. I've had my own classroom. I've been tutoring for 14 years, and being able to tutor and be in the classroom, you see a lot of kids who have learning gaps, but you also see they just keep getting pushed through. And the best way I can illustrate that is, the game Jenga?
Yeah.
So each year that you're in school, it's like that tower that you're building. But the kids who have learning gaps, they miss a block. And as that tower gets taller, it becomes more unstable.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
We live in this now remote world where remote is acceptable. What do you think the lesson has become for all of us in that?
There's more to just work, sleep, repeat. There's more to life than that.
Yeah.
You only have 24 hours in a day. Your family, your spiritual health, that's the most important thing.
You are so right. I'll say this to you. We know we have 24 hours in a day, but we don't know how many days we have left.
It's a gift.
That's
We're
right.
not guaranteed every day.
We love
I'm a
that.
talker.
We love that. Nice to meet you.
And then came Caitlin with her precious babies with a story I couldn't believe.
I have a story about how I met my husband.
Okay, sit down. Okay, how'd you meet your husband?
So when we started dating, our moms recognized each other, and we were like, there's no way that the two of you know each other. They found an address book, and my mom and his mom had met in Germany in 1997. Exchanged numbers for us to meet. Play date never happened.
Okay.
Fast forward, I am 20 years old, and I met him on a missions trip. And then I started dating him. And then our moms saw each other after seeing each other in 1990.
Oh, wow.
I know.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
And you married the guy.
I married him, and he's the greatest man ever. And now he's gone in the army. That's my guy right there.
What's his name? Oliver. You know what? I would call this meant to be. That's what I'd call this. Meant to be.
Meant to be. Meant to be that they met, and we did too. Here in this San Antonio park where I was reminded that in life, everyone, and I mean everyone, has some kind of testimony to tell.
Aw, love those stories. Good work, David Begnaud. Now that's our show. I hope this news brightened your day and lifted you up. We did our jobs.